Great morning, February 3rd, 2021. How's everybody doing? I wanted to chat with you this morning about how did you find him? That question has come up twice this week, in the last 2 days, as a matter of fact. And it's a reflection of things that are happening in my life, people that are in my life, that have shown up in my life. And so if you know, I have Steves in my life. I have my husband Steve, and I have Coach Steve Trezek, and I have Dr. Steven Osterhout. And this is about the Steves. This whole little chat here is about the Steves. So how did I find my husband? How did you find him? People say, he is a gem. How did you find him? And that's a longer story. That's a 43-year journey. Closing in on here, April 15th. We'll be married 43 years. And when I want to talk to you today about is your identity and becoming who you are meant to become, and how you get to identifying who you are, who it is in you, and then we're going to talk about environment, we're going to talk about beliefs, we're going to talk about behavior, your skills, and how it all comes into helping you become the person you are meant to become. Because see, becoming is a lifetime. Becoming happens, like I'm 60 years young. I'll be 61 April 4th. I'm still becoming. And I had a conversation with my friend Michelle yesterday, and she met with some people that had an influence on her life when she was very young, in her teens, and they're in their 70s, and they shared with her they're still learning and growing. Always be learning and growing, okay? Where did you find him? So my friend Gloria joined us on our Monday night Promise Keeper call, and it was all about this. What I'm going to share with you is all about this identity. And Coach Steve Trezek is our head coach of the Promise Keeper community. And he has such a depth of knowledge and understanding. It's one thing to have knowledge. It's another thing to have understanding of the knowledge that you have. And I just want to tell you, his understanding of his knowledge is very deep. And he's taking us Promise Keepers on this journey into ourselves, finding out the best, healthiest versions of ourselves. And so we can live in our environment with results that we choose to have. So how did you find him? How did you find Steve? So after our call, Gloria messaged me. She goes, how did you find him? And it's a story, It's like people show up at the right place at the right time. I talked to my friend Andrea, who's a realtor in Dallas, Texas, and we were talking about, Greener Still, the new company, and we were talking about some of the products at Blue 42, and, there's some vitamins and stuff, and that led to the conversation about Dr. Steven Osterhout. And because she was complimenting Steve and I on our health journey, we've done really great in the last year of who we're becoming in our physical form. And she said, so I was sharing with her how he practices. She goes, how did you find him? She said, there's not very many people like that. How did you find him? And so I go back. So people are all around you that will influence your life. When you are the right person at the right place at the right time, you might open your eyes and go, wow, there they are. So I go back 3 years, and, Dr. Osterhout joined our BNI networking group. And so I was subbing at the time, so I didn't really get to know him well unless I was subbing and showing up for other people. But he had a weight loss program. And at the time I was just really down on myself. My physical being hurt. My inflammation was bad. I was overweight. I wasn't happy with the energy and the enthusiasm that I was lacking in my life. And so I went to Vitality Health, and I knew what I wanted to become. And so this is where I'm going to bring in behaviors. So I want you to think about your results in life. Our identity, if you want to know what your identity is and what your environment is, you have to look in the mirror, because you see who you are. That is who you are. What's in your bank account? That's who you are. Doesn't mean you have to stay there. It just means that you're, and Steve teaches this, the thermostat of our life. Where are we at in our life? Oh man, like this, we could have like hours of conversation around this. This is deep stuff. This is really deep stuff. How did I find him? How did you find him? I was the right person at the right place at the right time. When I found Dr. Steve, I was ready, willing, and able to make a change in my life. So guess what? I had a reaction. I had a reaction to my environment. I had a reaction to myself. So I took action. I walked into the office. I took it a step further. I started performing. I started doing the things. I started to study. I started to get the skills and the capabilities that it was going to take for me to live the healthiest, better life for myself. My performance rose because of the environment I placed myself in. And I had results in that environment. So I was ready. I was ready for Dr. Steve. He was always there. How did I find him? He had something that I wanted. I wanted better health. And he was the one that could get me there. And he's still the one that's getting me there. You know, it takes the diagnostic tests. Okay? You have to learn. That's the skills and capabilities. Getting the test done, learning where you're at, and then changing your behaviors so that you could have the environment and the results that you want in your life. So Coach Steve, how did you find him? Well, I had met him in another real estate group, and then he joined Send Out Cards, and I reached out and said, hey, I'm your upline, so if you need help, let me know. And that started a conversation. I didn't know when I reached out to Coach Steve that I was going to enter into a relationship that would take me on the next level of my health journey. I really didn't know that. But see, he had something that I wanted. He was living in his identity at a temperature that was something that I admired. He was healthy. He was physical fit. He was nutritionally sound. He had a great mindset. He shared things so openly and like understandingly. So I was ready. I was the right person at the right place at the right time. So here's what I want to say to you. If you resonate with people, if you want your identity to change, you want to become a better, happier, healthier, more educated, financially sound and secure, you need to find people that are at a higher temperature in their identity than you are and learn from them, hang around them, study them, grow with them, through them. And your identity, your results, your environment will change based on your behaviors, the reaction you have to things, the action you take, and the performance that you give. And then your skills and capabilities as you learn, you lean in and learn. And then as you learn, your beliefs about yourself rise, your confidence rises, and you have the ability to grow into the person that you desire to become. So becoming is a lifetime. Where you are today and where you be tomorrow is a result of the people that you hang around, the books you read, and the seminars you attend. That's what I was always told, and I believe that. If you're drawn into this message, if you're identifying with what I'm saying right now, it's because what you see in me is already in you. See, what I saw in Coach Steve was already in me, a fit, healthy person. What I saw in Dr. Osterhout was already in me. He had the knowledge and the skills and the capabilities and the behaviors and the performance and the environment of where I wanted to be. And if I hung around with him, I would get there. So I was the right person at the right place at the right time. And that Steve-O in there, we get to be on this lifelong journey together. It's pretty cool. When you find someone that you can share your life with, and you can grow older together. I don't want to grow old. I want to grow older. Okay. We're kind of aging backwards right now. And we've set a time. We're getting on the road in the motorhome next week. So we are excited about that. But think about your environment. Let's look at this triangle, the pyramid. Your environment's up here. Where do you want to be? What environment? What results do you want in your life? Depends on the behaviors, how you react to things, how you take action, and the performance that you give. And then what you lean in and learn, your skills and capabilities, will directly have an effect on the belief you have in yourself, which will raise your identity, thermostat, so you can have whatever you want. Gosh, this is what I've been thinking about this morning, and I trust and hope that it will serve you in your day to think on those things too. How did I find you? How did I find you? How did you find me? What you see in me is a reflection of what is already in you. And if that resonates with you, then let's hang out. All right. I'm going to go have a great day. I'm actually going to get on Clubhouse and have a conversation with my friend Kevin Hoover in just a few minutes about 9 o'clock. So, hey, if you don't have Clubhouse, I have 6 invites. So let me know. You have to have an iPhone. But I'd be happy to send you an invite if you have an iPhone so that you can join Clubhouse, so that you can be a part of different conversations. It's like the podcast of podcasts. All right. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. I'm out.